All right, let's dive in. Today, we're piecing together what I like to call the peak performance puzzle. We've pulled insights from some of the smartest people out there, experts on the mind, on habits, and on the body, to see if we can build one single framework that actually gets results. Let's get to it.
I mean, this is the question that drives pretty much all of us, isn't it? That deep down desire to be a little better, a little stronger, a little more effective. And look, this isn't about some kind of wishful thinking. It's about really understanding the core pieces that make up our own performance. So where does a journey like this even begin? Well, it's fascinating. All the experts, they point to the exact same place. You have to start from the inside out. Before you can ever hope to change your results, you have to master the one thing that controls all of them, your mind. So that's our whole focus for this first part.
Okay, so check this out. This brings us to a really powerful concept from Dr. Martin Seligman called explanatory style. What he discovered was that it's not the setback itself that defines us, it's the story we tell ourselves about it. An optimist? They see a failure as a temporary, specific event, a little data point. But a pessimist, they see that exact same failure as this permanent, universal truth about who they are. That one little mental habit, well, that's the fork in the road between bouncing back and just giving up.
And this idea of honesty with yourself, oh man, it's absolutely crucial. Top performers, they practice what you might call world-class honesty. They don't mess around with self-deception. They look reality right in the face, even when it's tough. They just know their actions have to match their ambitions. The other path? Well, it's a kind of delusion, right? It's where you tell yourself you're doing everything you can, while your actions are telling a completely different story. Which leads us to this really powerful metaphor for how the mind works. I want you to think of yourself like a human transmission tower, just constantly broadcasting a signal out into the world with your thoughts. And that frequency you're on, whether it's tuned to opportunity or to obstacles, to what you want or what you're afraid of, it just has a way of attracting similar results back to you. It's really just a great way of describing the power of sustained focus.
So when it's all said and done, the whole goal of mastering this inner game is to get to what the experts call the ideal performance state. And notice what it isn't. It's not about grinding and high stress. It's actually a state of calm, focused energy. You know that feeling when you're completely in the zone, so engaged that the challenge itself actually feels fun? Yeah, that's it. That is the mental launch pad for absolutely everything else.
Okay, so a powerful mindset is essential, but let's be real, it's pretty useless without action. This next part, this is the bridge. This is all about how we turn our internal world into actual tangible results by harnessing the power of our habits. And when it comes to habits, James Clear in Atomic Habits, he basically gives us the blueprint. His main idea? Stop trying to force change with sheer willpower and start designing a better system. So instead of just deciding, I'm going to work out, you engineer it. You make the behavior impossible to ignore, you make it super attractive, you make it ridiculously easy to start, and you make it immediately satisfying. You're not just building a habit, you're engineering it.
And this quote right here, wow, it just nails the entire philosophy. It's not about the goal, it's about the process. I mean, you can have the most optimistic, powerful mindset in the world, but if your daily systems aren't lined up, guess what? You'll just fall back to those systems every single time. Your results in life are really just a delayed measure of your habits.
Okay, we've mastered the mind. We've built the action bridge of habits. Now it's time for the final piece of the puzzle, optimizing the physical machine that's carrying us through the world. Let's take a look at how the experts tackle this outer game.
When you look at the different experts, it's pretty clear there's more than one way to climb this mountain. You've got Tim Ferriss, and he's all about the minimum effective dose, getting the biggest results from the least amount of effort possible. Then you have Tony Horton, who uses periodization to constantly mix up workouts so you never hit a plateau. And then you have Mike Geary, who's a huge champion of full-body intensity, basically arguing that big compound lifts are the real secret sauce for fat loss.
And just how powerful can a precise system be? Well, get this. In the 4-Hour Body, Tim Ferriss documents people losing 20 pounds of body fat in a single month. No joke. It's just a stunning reminder of what is actually possible when you apply the right principles with real consistency. But here's the really cool part. Despite all their different approaches, they all stand on common ground. First, consistency is everything. You just have to show up. Second, intensity always beats duration. A short, hard workout is way better than a long, easy one. Third, big compound movements are king. And finally, recovery isn't optional. It's a critical part of the whole process.
So, we've journeyed from the inside out. We've gone from mind to habits to body.
Now, let's put all these puzzle pieces together and wrap up with a final, empowering message that you can take with you.
You see, after looking at all these pieces, the full sequence becomes crystal clear. It all starts with the inner game. First, you master your mind. Then, you use that mental clarity to master your habits. And finally, through those consistent, locked-in habits, you master your body. Mind, habits, body. That's the formula.
And I love this quote because it really signals a profound shift in perspective. You are not just some passive observer of your own life. With these tools we've talked about, you really do have the ability to stop just predicting what might happen and start actively creating the future you actually want.
So here's where we land. Your mind is the architect. It draws up the blueprints. Your habits are the builder. They do the work, day in and day out. So the only question left to ask is, what will you create?